A WordLive informacational film for all who are washed in the blood of the Lamb through the sheep dip of the Spirit. Know your enemy. Hey, you there, Sonny Jim, who is your enemy? Do any of these rough, low fellows cause your bile to boil and smoke to come out both of your elbows? No? But what about this old codger? Old Mr. Fleb next door, who has the cheek to persist in contesting that the footpath at the rear of your property is shared access just because it's the only route to his house without flying. So, how should you treat him? Should you blank him when you pass him in farm foods each week? Empty your hedge clippings over his fence? Empty your toenail clippings in his mullah fruit corner? Break into his house while he's asleep and glue your own navel fluff to his face in the shape of the word Judas? Or how about a radical alternative? Why not bury the hatchet? But not necessarily in his skull. I see how that may have been misleading. Now let's take a moment to reflect. If we could turn back time, as Cher once sang on a decommissioned battleship, wearing only a fishnet body stocking under what looked like a seatbelt, that's Cher, not the battleship. Anyway, upon reflection, do you really think that Mr. Fleb deserved such a fate? And what of Mrs. Fleb? What if she feels she must now repay your revenge by demanding an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth through the services of a rogue drill-for-hire dentist and a defrocked ophthalmologist? Then, what if your 2-year-old son, Janice, were to avenge your memory by beating Mrs. Fleb to a pulp with a Hello Kitty Beanie Baby? Where will it all end unless someone chooses to break the cycle? No, your chopper bike is quite safe, you flipping idiot. Providing, that is, you give me a baccy to the paper shop to buy a packet of toffos. Jesus has broken the cycle of vengeance, which, as you can imagine, has a very uncomfortable racing bike saddle like a razor blade. As followers of Jesus, we have his power to break the pattern of cursing with the blessings of God. Here is an easy way by which you can remember this, if perhaps you are feeble-minded. For instance, if you are a proper fine lady, then commit the following acrostic to whatever small part of your mind is not already occupied by rainbows, ponies, and soft furnishings. S. Stop judging others. That's God's job. T. Transform your thinking and see things God's way. A. Attack them with the love you have received from Jesus. B. Bless your enemy in practical ways, and it will be like heaping burning hot coals on his conscience. Or you may prefer the more environmentally friendly option of dropping a wind turbine on him. So, remember this handy acrostic: stab! And just keep repeating it to yourself in a loud voice on the bus. I will stab my enemy. I will stab my neighbour. I will stab everyone with the flick knife of love. What could ever go wrong? Good evening.